please? May I have your attention, please? A fire has been reported in the building. A fire has been reported in the building.
Are you serious?
At the very moment the fire alarm went off at the city council meeting in Port Arthur, Willie Lewis Jr. still had one more burning question to ask this guy. Former Port Arthur Fire Chief Greg Benson, recently fired in that controversial move by City Manager Ronald Burton. You think you're getting paid back for exposing Acadian?
Yeah.
The chief was fired after helping us expose falsified response times of Acadian ambulance. Can we talk to you before the meeting? How come? Mr. Burton, why don't you talk to us about the firing? Lewis thinks the firing was a mistake.
How long you work for the city?
I don't know, 2 years, 8 months or something like that. I don't know.
When this happened.
Okay, my second question is...
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? A fire has been reported in the building.
What a strange coincidence. Just as the fire chief who got fired was going to blow the whistle some more, the fire alarm goes off. The conversation is over. The place evacuated. The meeting ended. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but you gotta wonder.
It's just too close. That makes no sense.
So what was the question the councilman was getting ready to ask?
My next question was, have he ever been evaluated? That's what I wanted to get in. He has never been evaluated. He's been there 3 years, has never been evaluated.
Benson never evaluated before being fired, never had a public complaint, no disciplinary action. In fact, the city manager was boasting about him just a couple of weeks before.
We are able to achieve a lot in the city of Port Arthur because we've got great staff, the exceptional staff like Greg Benson.
Benson came to report ongoing safety problems in the fire department he's now leaving.
I just want to provide the council and the public with a little bit of an overview of what I experienced here for health, safety, and performance levels.
A fire department that the chief says has a ton of problems.
When I got here, I assessed and identified deficiencies in many different areas, and they all needed improvement.
Including firefighting equipment that Benson says doesn't often work.
A lot of fire apparatus weren't working right. They'd get fixed, and many times it was certain fire apparatus that had to be fixed like every 2 or 3 months.
The councilman says the city manager just plain screwed up by firing Benson, but it's Port Arthur taxpayers who will end up paying if Benson files the big whistleblower lawsuit we think he will file. The city's insurance won't likely cover a wrongful termination claim.
You're fired.
When you get outside of that and go on your own and do something really stupid, then you can be held accountable under your individual capacity.
Benson has already filed a grievance to try and get his job back, which could end up going before the city council for a vote. Then they will have to decide whether they back Benson or the city manager.
That's something perhaps for the city council to consider is, holding him accountable. And there was a lot of documents that I provided to the city manager that had to do with the health, the life safety, the performance issues, but I never got any feedback or any direction on some of these things.
We can relate to being ignored. Port Arthur City Secretary Sherry Ballard is breaking the law, failing to provide a lot of the records we've asked for. And she's done it time and time again.
I'm with Dolcefino Media. Can we ask you why you're withholding public documents from us?
No.
Among the records the city's hiding, travel records for the acting fire chief, Robert Haven. Haven won't talk to us about anything. We got this email he sent in April. I'm not responding to this or any other email from Dolcefino or anyone from his company. It's those kind of public officials that you want to check out the most.
Do you think it was stupid that the city manager fired the
fire that was chief? Dumb. That was really dumb. He had never evaluated him. And
then he exposed Acadian and he fired him.
He got fired for exposing Acadian. That's his problem. He got fired for exposing Acadian.
And that's retaliation.
That's you got it. That is retaliation.